welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a full manicure start to finish, and this video is kind of different from most of the other manicures I do because I typically love to do fills instead of actually soaking off my gel, which I would love to do another video on to explain exactly what is a fill and why I love doing them so much. So definitely let me know if you have any questions on that topic. But today I'm doing a full soak off because I have these extensions on my nails, which if you want to see that video where I try out these extensions for the first time ever, I will link that here. And even though you can fill these extensions, I wanted to go back to short nails and start growing out my natural nails again. And the product that I use to apply these is a very sticky adhesive base gel. And it's really only meant to be used with applying these tips to your nails. And like I said, I want to have short nails again, so I feel like it's just best to soak it off. So here's exactly what I'm doing. I'm starting with my e-file to remove the layers of gel that I applied on top of the tips. At this point, this is the same removal process that I would do if I didn't have these tips on. My biggest tip for using the e-file safely for removal is to run it at maximum speed and apply essentially no pressure. That way the speed of the bit quickly removes the layers of gel very seamlessly, and the bit just glides over the gel, doing all of the work for you, and you don't have to dig into your nail and leave divots behind. And if you want to learn even more about how to use an e-file for removal and also cuticle work, I recommend checking out my e-file class on my website where I go into a lot of detail about how to use it properly and safely. Once I removed all of the color gel from the tips of my nails, I thinned them out just a little bit more, and then they were ready to be soaked off with acetone, and I always recommend using 100% acetone for the most effective and quickest removal. I also prefer to use these little caps to keep the cotton balls in place instead of using tin foil, but they essentially do the same thing. Okay, so I soaked my nails for about 10 minutes and then I took off the caps to see what the status was and what was kind of going on. At this point, once the gel is exposed to air, it should start to lift and kind of flake off, and I'm using my cuticle pusher to gently scrape off all of that lifted gel that literally just lifts off once I take off the cap. And the key here is to be extremely gentle. I'm not forcing anything off. This cuticle pusher has kind of a sharper edge on here, so I'm not putting any pressure on my nail. I'm just using that sharper edge to help move that gel that's lifting already. Once I get everything off that's easily coming off, I put the cap back on to continue soaking off the layers that were underneath that gel. And I pretty much repeat that process until my nail looks pretty bare and I can just gently buff the surface to make it smooth and free of any remaining gel. Okay, that part's done, so now we can move on to the rest of the nail prep, which starts with cuticle work. I just used my diamond bit on my e-file to exfoliate off any dead skin that was on the nail and lift up the cuticle pocket. And then I just clipped off any of the dead raised skin, and trust me, I'm not clipping off any live skin. I only clip off what's dead, so don't get mad at me. Even though I tried to be as gentle as possible with the gel removal, I still had a casualty on my ring finger. Specifically, a piece of my free edge kind of chipped off near the side of my nail. You can see here how it looks like there's kind of a chunk missing on the side of my nail, and that part of your nail is actually super important for helping your nails grow and stay strong so that they don't break. My plan is to fill in that chunk that's missing and build kind of an artificial free edge so that my nails can grow out like normal and be reinforced so that they can stay strong too. I'm going to use one of my favorite products for fixing cracks or breaks in your nails, which is called Fixie Gel from Cocoas, and I'm using the natural color. This is a thicker gel that has nylon fibers in it, and it has a really nice hard finish after you cure it, which makes it really great for repairing cracks in your nails, but I also love using it for building extensions on a form like I'm doing here. So what I did was just loosely outline the new shape of the free edge that I want, and I made sure to add extra on the side where that chunk of my natural nail was missing, so it looks like there was nothing missing in the first place. And since this gel is really thick and it has those fibers in it, it's really hard to lay it down smoothly and perfectly, or at least it is for me. But that's totally fine because you just refine it and reshape it after it's cured. I'm also gently buffing the top surface of the Fixie Gel because I want it to blend in more with my nail. And I'm honestly hating how yellow this looks on my nail right now, and I wish I would have used the clear so that it wasn't quite as noticeable. But I just kept buffing it until it blended even more, and I kind of got rid of that excess yellow that was growing down onto my nail bed. And it doesn't really matter too much because I am using a colored builder gel that makes it even more invisible, but I think in the future, if I did that again, I would probably use the clear one because I don't like how yellow that looks on me. It's giving gel allergy, which nobody wants. Okay, let's move on to gel application. Okay, so since I removed all of my gel, there's nothing on my nails right now, and my nail surface is super flat and kind of bumpy naturally. So I'm going to use the gel to do a nice overlay on my nails to make the surface not look bumpy and flat. So you can see here in the way that the light is reflecting on my nails, see how it kind of bounces and like waves around on my nail. And when you apply the builder gel, you want to double check that reflection of light again to make sure that it's not wavy and bouncy, but instead it's smooth and solid. With the builder gel, I'm building up the surface of my nail and doing a really nice overlay, which is giving my nails a super smooth and even surface. And also, how beautiful is this color? It's called Honey Tea Base by Nail Thoughts, and it's one of my favorites. It's just so pretty. So now I'm just refining the polish a little bit, and I always flip my nail over to help it self-level. And here you can see the line of light and how much smoother it is compared to how it looked before when I only had Mega Stick Base on. I recommend only working one nail at a time because you're building up the structure, and if you just let it sit there, it's going to flatten out and pool and kind of spill into your skin before you have a chance to cure it. And working one nail at a time and then doing a little flash cure and then fully curing it at the end once you're done with all 5 of your fingers is just so much easier. Here's another look at that line of light. It's just so much smoother. You can see how it's not bouncing around on my pointer finger like it is on my middle finger and ring finger, which only have Mega Stick Base on. And now I'm doing my ring finger, which has that fixie gel on it, and this does a much better job at concealing the kind of yellowy free edge. It's not perfect again, but I'm doing a color gel after this, which will conceal it even more. Once I'm done with all 5 of my fingers, I like to wipe off the tacky layer and do a finish file and also finish shaping because I didn't have any gel on my nails before. And I really don't like the feeling of shaping my bare nails. Now that I'm just used to doing fills with my nails, I just much prefer shaping them once there's gel on. I just think it's a lot easier, and I prefer how my nails feel when they just have the strength of the gel on them. And then I do a finish file, which you can see here, where I'm just gently filing my natural nail and tucking it underneath the builder gel that I just did on top. This helps prevent the builder gel from separating from my natural nail at the tips. And I highly recommend doing this if you are somebody who suffers from the builder gel separating from your nail at the tips, which is super annoying, and this will really help because you're tucking the natural nail underneath the builder gel, and that means that the builder gel is the first point of contact whenever your nails hit a surface versus your natural nail being the first point of contact, which is the reason why your builder gel will lift away. And once I'm done with the finish file, I cleanse my nails again really well with isopropyl alcohol and that nylon brush to get all the dust off and then any debris and oils as well. And at this point, you could just add a top coat and be done with your manicure because this color is really gorgeous and subtle and beautiful on its own. But I wanted to add some magnet gel, and I have not tried this color yet, and I was so excited about it. This is called BB Ping, and it's like a taupey sheer base with pink magnetic shimmer in it. This color is really hard to capture on camera, and it almost looks like nothing is happening, but you can sort of see some of the pink particles standing up here when I use the magnet to activate it. One tip I have with the magnet is if you're like doing your nails on your desk, like underneath a lamp, is to activate the particles there and then turn around and see what it looks like in different lighting, like natural lighting, and then reactivate the particles to make sure that they look good under both sets of lights. So I'll do this and then literally like spin around in my desk chair and just kind of play around a little bit more before I cure it. And this color is so gorgeous. I love that it's like a barely there magnet gel. Like in some lights, you can't even tell that there's really any color on my nails. And then in the sunshine and in the light, it's just so beautiful. And now it's time for top coat. And I wiped my nails really well with isopropyl alcohol because I noticed that the top coat was cratering if I didn't wipe it. And once I wiped my nails, it was totally fine, but it's still annoying, and I ordered a new bottle because I just don't want that to be happening. And it usually doesn't happen, but I have had this bottle just like on my shelf for like almost 2 years, so I truly think that that's why it's been being annoying and causing me trouble. And don't forget to flip your nail over after you apply top coat to make sure that this self-levels nicely and you get a really nice, smooth, even surface that looks just like your builder gel. I also just love the look of a crispy filed nail after you apply your top coat. So I just go over my nails really, really quickly and reshape them and make sure that the shape just looks really nice and smooth and there's no like little wonky bits sticking out. This takes me like 30 seconds. I don't focus too long on it because we already spent so much time shaping. This is really just for like a gentle refinement. And this is another finishing touch that I'm obsessed with right now. I use this big diamond ball bit, and you have to use this bit with cuticle oil to polish the skin. And side note, this Cocoa's cuticle oil is literally the best that I've ever tried. It's just like so thick and buttery and amazing. And it smells so good too. And a little bit goes a long way. Like you literally just need 1 drop per finger. And then you just rub that in and gently polish the skin around your nails. And this is amazing at preventing hangnails from coming back. And it keeps your nails looking like so smooth and hydrated. I also love how you can literally see this working. Like you can see the dead skin coming off. And I truly swear by this for making your nails look so nice for like weeks after you're done doing them. It only adds like a couple minutes after your routine, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. But then whenever I do, I'm like, oh, that was so worth it. And I hope you stuck around for the end reveal because I told you that these really are hard to capture in studio lighting, but wait until you see what it looks like with the flash. The pink glitter just absolutely pops once you light up these nails. And I really love the dimension in this polish because in some lights, the glitter looks pink, and in some other lights or angles, it looks a little bit golden. It's just a really subtle, beautiful look. And as somebody who loves pink nails, I feel like this is a fun take on not necessarily wearing pink polish, but still having a pop of pink. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions and be sure to subscribe for weekly nail videos.